Hi, I'm Sarah Hewis, a realtor and military relocation professional with Buck & Associates in Arlington, Virginia. Last week, I pulled the Greater Alexandria Military Spouses Site, or GAMS, to find out what other folks wish they would have known prior to moving to the DC, Maryland, or Virginia area, or DMV for short. A recurring theme was true commute times. As you look around the DMV for housing, it's easy to get overwhelmed with choices, commutes, schools, and housing costs. When I moved here the first time 17 years ago, our realtor convinced us that a 17-mile commute from Woodbridge to the Pentagon would only take 30 minutes. It was already a shock to be moving out of a 2,500 square foot new construction home at the end of a cul-de-sac in Charleston, South Carolina, to an 1,800 square foot, 3-story, 10-year-old townhome for double the price. So the thought of spending a lot more money to get something similar to what we had in Charleston was pretty much out of the question. So we settled on the townhome and planned to suck up the commute, which we didn't think would be bad since we were both military and could just hop on the HOV, or high occupancy vehicle lanes, and jet on up the road. But when my orders came, I found myself stationed in Reston, not the Pentagon. So my husband and I both had to drive 17 plus miles to work every single day. What our realtor didn't tell us was that 17 miles on the highway was not 17 minutes. It was over an hour each way, and not on a Friday afternoon in the summer. 2 hours of my life and my husband's life were spent in a car commuting every single day, nearly 500 hours a year just waiting to get to work or get home from work, and it was absolutely horrible. So on our second assignment, we chose to live in a 1,600 square foot, 60-year-old home in Arlington that needed tons of upgrades that cost double the townhome, so 4 times the original house in South Carolina. But I was literally a 12-minute drive to the Pentagon parking lot. In fact, I used to joke that my walk from the parking lot to the office was half my commute. My husband was stationed elsewhere, so he also had housing expenses, and we ended up paying more than our BAH, about $1,200 more in fact, but I was thankful to live in a small old house close to work. It literally saved my sanity. Those hours saved in the car, allowed me to spend time with my family, which is really what I was desiring. Talk to your friends, the ones doing the commuting, and their families to see what they think. Ask them if they would be willing to spend over their BAH to live closer. Almost everyone I know made the same mistake as we did on our first assignment and are now willing to sacrifice a lot for subsequent assignments here. I hope this story helps, but think about what you would be willing to sacrifice, because everyone moving here sacrifices something, from house age and size to schools to actual cost of housing.